Hi, YouTube. We're live. I haven't gone live much on YouTube. This is only, I want to say, the second or third time. So, welcome. Having my morning cup of cacao. So, is it still morning? It's 12:05. It's fine. We'll call it morning. So, I am going. I know a lot of you guys aren't necessarily on the live, so you'll probably see this later. So, I'm going to leave it up on my page so you can comment on it and let me know what your thoughts are because I'm creating some new membership services. I'm going to do a Patreon and I'm also going to do a YouTube membership service, which they're basically the same thing. Patreon does allow you to do some more stuff. So it's a good idea to do both, I think, and then decide over time which one works out better than the other. But when it comes to videos, it's going to be the same content on both of them. So, what I would love to know from you guys is what do you want to see? What do you want to chat about? What info do you want to know? Things I plan to cover are manifestation tips, guided meditations, obviously, some more paranormal, multidimensional, shamanic geek outs, starseed stuff, energy healing, Reiki, deeper awareness and mindfulness in life, a deeper spiritual grounding. And this is non religious, of course. You can do this in any religion. The point is that you are connected to spirit. And I know that there's a lot of y'all who followed me for a really long time. I meet you guys every year who say, "Oh, yeah, I followed you for 10 years. Oh, yeah, I found you way back when you were sitting in the tree in California back in 2011 or whatever," right? Or I think that was 2012. Anyway, I understand that you guys know me because you see me, but I can't see you. I can feel you, but I can't see you. And a lot of y'all are shy because star-seeded, highly sensitive folks don't usually put ourselves out there all that much. We're shy, we're sensitive. So if I'm going to be creating something for you guys that you want and need and value, I need to know what you want and need and value. I need to know what's going to benefit your life enough so that you're going to want to engage with me in this exchange, right? Because over the years, my giving and receiving equation, especially with YouTube, has not been all that balanced. I love providing this free service of the information and energy I give you guys on YouTube, and I'm not going to stop doing that. However, I don't receive as much as I give. And so this is an effort to balance those things out in my life, to create things that you guys want and also to receive from it myself, to sponsor my own life as well and help create all the stuff that I create for you. So let me know, what do you want to see? What do you value? What is it that would enhance your day, enhance your life? One of the things that is really important to me with these services that I'm going to create is to have this be a place that you know that you're going to come get uplifted, even if we talk about dark stuff, even if we talk about shadow stuff. So often we come onto the internet, we come onto our social media to receive something, to receive some motivation, to receive some inspiration, to receive some connection from people who are like us. And with the way that social media runs, we're all still very new, but often it takes something from us. And so, what I aim to create is a place where you know you can receive, where you know that you're going to feel better after you leave. And I know that's true for my channel already, but as far as this supporting me in my life, I do this for you guys, right? And so if I'm going to be going deeper and if I'm going to be getting more into certain things, then let's have a more even exchange, right? Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Okay. Hello, Solar Priest. Nice to see you. Barbara, you deserve to receive after giving so much. Thank you. I love giving. It's easier for me as the type of person I am to give than receive, but also it's not necessarily balanced. And part of my growth is growing more so that I can receive to the equal amount that I give. And so this is an effort in doing that. So thank you for saying so. That warms my heart to the max. I would like to see Dom stuff from you. Interesting. Well, I don't cross the sexual lines in my work. My work is non sexual. Sometimes it's sensual. I do have a loving touch class that's about loving, nourishing touch. But again, non sexual. However, if you just want to be taught something, because a teacher is a form of a Dom, feel free to take one of my classes. I'm telling you what to do. Or one of my workshops. In fact, there's an absolutely free manifestation workshop on my website that you can get, and it has check-ins 2 weeks later and then 2 months later. So feel free to go check that out if you just want someone to tell you what to do non-sexually, but that will improve your life. Okay. Anything else before I sign off, you guys? Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm new to YouTube Live, although I do go live often over on Instagram. My name over there is Charis Melina. And on TikTok, I'm Grace of Earth. And that's also going to be my Patreon title, is going to be Grace of Earth. Oh, Barbara, your skin is glowing. What is your skincare regime? I am happy to share that. And it's funny you would mention because I'm thinking of creating a course about doing daily gua sha massage. So, oh, look out, meditation and connection. Yes, 100%. That will be there. Thank you. Okay, so Barbara, my skincare routine is in the morning, I rinse with hot water, scrub with a little scrubby thing I have, and then I put on bentonite clay, a bentonite clay mask for about 20 minutes as I'm making my bed and picking up my clothes for the day and smudging my house and all that kind of stuff. And then I take that off and I use a little coconut oil and my gua sha tool to massage gua sha on my face, do the gua sha massage on my face. And then I rinse off the coconut oil with a bunch of hot water and put ancient owl on my face. And if there is one product that I recommend to you, it's Ancient Owl Cold Cream. Go find them. Ancient, as in ANCIENT, owl, like the bird, naturals.com. AncientOwlNaturals.com. Their cold cream is an absolute game changer. The flavor I like is Mystic Muse, but if you it's got a blue tansy smell to it, it's a little bit blue. But if you are someone who has oilier skin and wants a little bit of a drying effect, try their classic recipe. It has tea tree oil in it. Anyway, I use that as a moisturizer. And then at night, when it's time for me to get ready for bed, I use Ancient Owl again and just smear it all over your face, rub it in, have your hot water running, getting nice and hot. And then as soon as it's really rubbed in and your makeup's all dissolved, if you wear makeup, and if you don't wear makeup, then the oils on your skin have been dissolved. Take a washcloth, get it hot in the hot water, wring it out, and then you plop it on your face for about 4 or 5 seconds. And then you rub off the Ancient Owl with the hot washcloth. It's also kind of a tiny facial. And you don't rinse or anything because Ancient Owl balances your skin pH. And then you just put on a little bit more Ancient Owl as moisturizer, and that's it. Super easy. All told, it's less than 5 minutes, really. I mean, there's the 20 minutes while you're waiting, and there's like the 1 or 2 minutes of gua shaing. But while you're waiting, you don't just have to sit there. You can do other stuff. And that's my skincare routine, and it works really well for me. I mean, there's no filter on right now. I have some lines on my face, as you can see, but I think I'm doing pretty good for about to hit my 39th birthday, you know. Okay, to the max. Yeah, I don't want sexually either just to be submissive to you. Take one of my classes. I'm telling you what to do if that's what you want. Okay, thanks, Barbara. Dakota, Ancient Owl, what scent did you say? I use Mystic Muse. At first, I used the classic, and it has grapefruit and tea tree in it, so it smells more citrusy. But after I got more used to that, I moved into Mystic Muse, which is a little bit calmer, and it's a blue tansy scent, so it's more like herbal and flowery versus like citrusy. So I love Ancient Owl. Whenever I see it's great for clearing skin, clearing breakouts, clearing hyperpigmentation and stuff. Go to their website or their social media and look at the before and afters. It's obvious. Um, Whenever I see anyone out and about, like if I'm, I don't know, getting coffee or something and the person has acne, I always want to say, use Ancient Owl. Even when I'm watching a movie and one of the characters has acne, I'm like, oh, they should use Ancient Owl. Mystic Muse, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being here with me. Let's give you a little Reiki pop before we sign off. And yeah, feel free to leave in the comments what you'd like to see in the subscription services. I'm going to have tiers. There are going to be different things you can get, but I'm going to do it both here on YouTube and also over on Patreon because why not, right? Let's go deeper in a way that is balanced. Okay, take a deep breath in, intend to get whatever you need. I'm intending to bring you through whatever you need. And here we go. Relax and receive. Let me know if you guys can feel this later. Ah, that's a nice flow. Surrounding you in warm, gentle, protective vibes so that you can go through your day and know that you're important and know that you have your own unique genius that no one else has and the world needs. Also reminding you that it's okay to slow down and take your time when you need to. Okay. Let's see what else you guys saying. Thanks to the max. Lookout 526. What can I use to heal and move on to the next portion of my life? Ooh, that's a good one. There are so many. I mean, the first thing that comes up is my free manifestation workshop, which you can go get on my website. It's a 2-hour long process, and you just manifest your life going forward. There's also my guided meditation collection, the chakra meditations, and you can get those and listen to them every night before you go to sleep, and that will change your situation up for sure. And if you want something that you can just put on in the background, listen to some Louise Hay, listen to some Abraham Hicks, people that just raise your vibe. That will help a lot too. So, y'all are fighting in the comments. That's funny. Thanks for the defense, though. It's okay. All's good. All right. Anything else before we log off? Last chance to comment live and get some live interaction before we go. Okay. Oh, who raises my vibe? It depends on where I am in my life. If I'm wanting to really create some big change, often I'll go on an Abraham Hicks binge or Louise Hay, both of them. Both of them are great. I hadn't listened to Louise Hay in a long time, and then I came across one of her videos. I mentioned it in the other video I had that's called Motivation for Choosing Your Thoughts, and I linked one of my favorite videos from her. But Louise Hay and Abraham Hicks, that's why I recommend them because I use them. So they raise my vibe. Also, rituals raises my vibe, dancing, rest. A lot of times I'll think that I'm out of inspiration and just the world is such a dark, difficult place. And really, I just need to take a damn nap. I have a memory of being a really little kid and being grumpy. And my mother and my grandmother saying, "She's just tired." That particular inflection, "She's just tired." And I remember thinking, "I'm not tired. I'm pissed off," right? "Urgh," and my little 3, 5-year-old self. And then I would take a nap and be totally happy. And that still is true for me in this time. Maybe it's because I'm a Taurus. Maybe it's because I'm a reflector. I don't know. Just empath for sure. But one thing that raises my vibe when I'm feeling very low vibe and I'm feeling hopeless and I'm feeling like the problems are just too big and what can I possibly do? And it hurts to live in this place and blah, 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 blah. If I just remove myself from all of the tech and just go to sleep, just sleep for like as long as I need to, maybe take a whole bed day, which are some of my favorite things to do, even when I'm feeling good, then my vibe just comes right on back up. Also, nature. If you're feeling overwhelmed and hopeless, get outside of nature a little bit, let her rhythms reinvigorate you. Might sneeze. Sorry, guys. Maybe not. Elizabeth, thank you. Sydney, same. Sorry. Maybe I'm not gonna sneeze. It was a tease sneeze. Ooh, that's a great question, Dakota. Do you have a singer or musician you really like to lift your spirits? Ooh, that's great. There are a few. I was just listening to someone this morning, Tony something, on Spotify, and she has a bunch of affirmation uh, sounds that are really good. I really enjoy Isla Nero sometimes if I'm just looking for a vibration raise. Oh, also Celtic Woman. I have a Pandora station that's just Celtic Woman, and it's fairy music. I mean, it sounds like fairies. Also, anything empowering lyrics are really important to me. I can always hear them and they get stuck in my mind, and I will manifest within the lyrics. So you won't find me listening to toxically vibe music very often, or if I do, I'll change the words in my mind. And it's hard to find positive music in today's day and age. Most of it's a little bit toxic because that's what that's just what people are writing about. So, trying to think music that raises my vibe. Oh, um, gosh, I guess I mean I love Beyonce. She pumps me up for sure. Different songs are more or less positive though, so I just listen to the positive ones. Um, Rising Appalachia I like. Yeah, those are some of them. Sending good vibes from Evergreen. Thanks, Lookout. So, priest, fear of females. Ooh, that's interesting. I was just chatting with a client today about. So, I have a few different types of sessions that I do, one-on-one sessions. There's some for awakening. There's some for life transitions. There's some for like grief, and there's one that I just added last month, which is divine feminine reflection. And that's for people who have issues with women. It can be a woman identifying or a male identifying person, but people who have issues with the mother wound or really bad heartbreaks or things that make them distrust female energy. I actually do a session about that. And that's a great idea for the subscription service. I will talk more about that with the people who are there and see how to heal that. because we've all had traumas with all genders, right? Like there's the father wound, there's the mother wound, there's the betrayal wound from both sides, whether it be friendships or relationships or whatever. And so it is important to remember that no group of people, be it gender, be it culture, be it whatever, is good or bad. You run into assholes on every strata, and you also run into saints on every strata of culture. So when you get your heart broken or you get betrayed, sometimes it can be part of the necessary healing process to say, screw all those people. I'm not doing any of it. I'm not going to let any of you in because I can't trust you. And I get that. But it also kind of shoots yourself in the foot because there are a bunch of really great people over there that you could be having really loving interactions with that you don't get access to. So thank you for bringing that up. That is very true. Okay, let's see. All right, y'all, stop fighting in the comments. Love Celtic women. I forgot about them. I had an experience. The first time I ever found Celtic women, I was at a house party. This was in like 2006, 2007. I was at a house party, walking through someone's bedroom to the bathroom, right? There, everyone's in the living room, dining room, and I was walking through the bedroom to the bathroom. And then as I left the bathroom, I was walking back to the bedroom, back to the living room. And on TV, there was a PBS special of a Celtic woman's A New Journey. You can find it on YouTube. And they were at this old castle in like Ireland or somewhere. I don't know that it was Ireland, don't quote me. Somewhere in Europe. They're at this old castle and they're singing, and it was a PBS special, right? To sell their CD and to sell their concert. And I was stopped in my tracks. I was like, I couldn't move. I was frozen and so captivated by the sounds and the vibe. I mean, it was definitely, I have some strong Celtic heritage in my ancestry a little bit, but definitely in my spirit. Druid vibes, old ancient Celtic Wicca vibes, and that along with other heritages I have from different lines of my family tree. But at that moment, that Celtic heritage was so activated that I was frozen. And I remember just like in slow motion, walking over to the bed and sitting down on the bed and watching the thing. And I was stuck there for 2 hours. And people came in from the party to get me. And I was like, oh no, I'm good. I'm gonna sit right here. And I still listen to them to this day. When I have stuff to do, when I have things to get done, and I'm like cleaning my house or making a feast or whatever, they're really great for me to listen to. I love it, and it's fun to sing that music too because it opens your voice in a really beautiful way. Ooh, that's another thing that I've been thinking about taking the locks off of my throat chakra to share is that I'm a singer, and I have not shared it at all publicly. And I was thinking that perhaps some of the levels of the Patreon and the membership might be a place for me to start to bring forth my singing voice for medicinal purposes. We'll see, but it is a thought. Okay. Look out. You saw them at Red Rocks. Oh, that would be a beautiful spot. Speaking of Sedona. Barbara, I went to school with one of the Celtic women. I was born in Ireland. How cool. I love these things all coming through. Divine Women Reflections. Is that a class you teach? No, it's a session that I do, a one-on-one session. You can go onto my website, go to the sessions page, and click on it. And thanks, Dakota. I would love to sing for you. I'm just it's a treasure of my spirit that I hold close to the chest, and it's something that I had some wounding when I was an adolescent, and I also, I would sing, and sometimes it would make people feel wonderful, and sometimes it would make them feel bad. And when I looked around at my friends and some relatives even, and I would notice that when I would like open my throat and feel, because when you sing, it kind of carries you. You're kind of flying and floating. And when I noticed it would sometimes make people feel bad, I just stopped doing it. And the only way I would do it is if I was like drunk in karaoke, um, because I thought to myself, well, if this is going to hurt people, then I'm not going to do it. But you know how, especially growing up as like a teenage girl, it's easier to get wounded than to get freed. And so that's something that I've just never taken off yet, but I know I'm supposed to use it. And I know I want to use it to I know there are codes of healing and activation in my singing voice, even my speaking voice, but I know it's true in my singing voice too. It's just something I learned in past lifetimes and this lifetime, something that comes through in my heritage, whatever. And I know I'm supposed to use it. And I do plan to. I'm still figuring out how best to, in a way that is in alignment with the rest of what I do in my life, you know? Okay, to the max. I just find it hot that I'm not intimidating you and you're holding your own while continue to smile and talk. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all love. And if not, when people get ultimately creepy, I'll just block them. But I feel like you're just wanting to interact. So whatever. It's fine. Look out, it brings emotion, that's a gift. Ooh, solar priest telepathy, yeah. All the multi-dimensional stuff we will for sure get into. We will get into healing the land. We will get into archetypes. We'll get into dream work and meditative work and astral work and dealing with entities and spirits and ghosts and angels and demons and aliens. And I love that stuff. But sometimes on my public channels, I talked about it a lot back in the day, but then when I found people in my actual life to talk about it with, I didn't talk about it that much on YouTube for no apparent reason other than I was just talking about it in my real life with friends. So I didn't really need to do it online, but I do miss it. I miss geeking out about that stuff publicly. And it's always there. It never goes away. I mean, I joke that I'm about 80% hologram, and I think that's true. And just mind geek outs. For instance, something I've been thinking about lately is if people have ever figured out time travel, which eventually we have, right? Someone probably already has now that we don't know about publicly, but if people ever have, then they've already gone back and are messing with stuff. And they're messing with stuff right now. We're being messed with. So whenever I have a Mandela effect, whenever I'm like, wait, wasn't the light switch over there? Now it's over there. Or didn't this thing zip that way and now it zips this way? And whatever. I just continue on. I'm like, well, okay, the world changed again. Okay, there's a glitch in the matrix. Great. And then the question is how to use this. How to not only be at the mercy of the world, but how to step into the world and be present in the world as a foundational member, right? So very cool. Lucid dreaming, that's a good one. There are some tricks to lucid dreaming. I've taught courses on dreaming before, so we can definitely get into dreaming in there. Yeah, the Mandela effects are super intriguing, Dakota. I agree. They're really fun to jump into and to notice when they happen. And it's fun to notice and then just be like, well, okay, because the interesting thing about Mandela effect is if something actually did change, you'll never be able to prove it. The only way you can prove it is find other people who remember it the other way. But if it changed, it really changed. If it changed, like, one time I had a Mandela effect and I had just bought this purse and I'd had this purse for a couple weeks and I noticed that the zipper was going the opposite way now. And I remember thinking, and it was right after I'd had a really intense, like, near miss of something, right? And I was like, huh, didn't the zipper used to go the other way? And then I realized, I'm like, well, there's no way I can check this because if I go back to the listing of this purse from online where I bought it, it's gonna be that way. If I were to look at any old pictures, it would be that way. The whole point of Mandela effect is it changes in all the directions, so I'll never be able to prove it. Just the same way as they have scientifically proven now that you can affect your past. We know that you can affect the future. You can choose what you're going to eat for breakfast tomorrow morning that's different than what you ate today and yesterday, whatever. We know that's true. But they've recently found out something that I've known because my Reiki teacher taught me it back in 2003. But science is caught up now, almost 20 years later, which is that you can affect the past. Your current decisions can affect your past. And now, how to use this, we're still working on it, but we'll see. Um, okay, Dale, ASMR. If you go to my website, there are a few, 3 or 4 ASMR videos, and they're also here on my YouTube too. You can just search ASMR. That's a good idea. Thank you. I forget about ASMR, although I really like it. I really like doing it. I like doing whisper stuff. Sorry, that should be better. I like doing whisper stuff because it adds this sense of intimacy to conversation that's non-sexual. And I think that non-sexual intimacy is something that our culture really needs and our people really need. So I really love that about ASMR. And I think a thing about ASMR is it's just so niche that I hadn't found a place to really put it yet. But that's a great idea, especially to put it maybe not all the tiers, but some of the tiers, like maybe the middle or high tier in Patreon and on YouTube, to have an ASMR collection that just grows over time. That sounds really fun. Yes, look out. Science and spirituality are getting closer. And I look forward to the day when everyone just stops fighting about it and we're like, yeah, it's both, like they work together. One doesn't have to discount the other. The point is that they've always worked together, and the whole argument between them was always a little bit asinine, you know. So, oh, thanks, user. I'm trying to create more smiling faces. That's why we're here. Philippe, are we allowed to flirt here? You can flirt with each other. I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want, but however the response is up to, I guess, the energy that you bring. All right, y'all, I'm going to go get on my day. I've got some bracelets to mail out. I've got a session to do in an hour with someone who's taking my shadow work class. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments. I'm going to leave this up on my YouTube page. And yeah, let me know. Let me know what you want, because I can create a whole Patreon and a whole YouTube. But if I'm not hitting the points that you guys need, this is both inspiration and also healing. Stuff that you're struggling with, stuff that you need someone to help guide you. This is my work. This is what I've done for over a decade now. So I like to remain niched and I like to remain slightly hidden, but I also like to serve my community and help my community. And being online is a great way to do both those things. So thanks for connecting with me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Feel free to reach out, check out my website. You can find me on Instagram under Charis Melina. You can find me on TikTok under Grace of Earth, or you can go to my website, charismelina.com. Thanks, Dale. Thanks, all of you. Have a beautiful day. Talk to you later. Looking forward to connecting more.